Bradford is the world's first UNESCO city of film, home to some of the earliest pioneers of cinema and the celebrated location of many classic films. In this film we are going to take you to the many different filming locations around Bradford. From the back streets of Bradford to the beautiful open moors, there is a lot more to Bradford and film than you might think. Bradford's cinema history can be traced back to the 1890s, when the first movies were shown at the Kineoptoscope Parlour in the Town Hall Square in 1894. The first film was projected in the Lumiere show in 1896 at the People's Palace Theatre, now the home of the National Media Museum. The 1930s saw the building of city centre super cinemas with large venues and extra facilities such as an organ, stage shows, cafe, restaurant and a lavish ballroom. Bradford's jewel in the crown was its massive new Victoria cinema, now the Odeon. It was the largest cinema outside of London with 3,500 seats. In Bradford's peak there were 44 cinemas across the district. With the introduction of TV, the number of cinemas across the Bradford district declined to just 25 by 1980. However, Bradford still remained at the forefront of cinema, with the National Media Museum hosting Europe's first IMAX and the only Cinerama screen outside of America. Bradford's film industry began over 100 years ago at a time when Bradford had more film studios than Hollywood. Films have been made in and around Bradford since the very beginning of cinema. Some of the earliest depictions of the city in film were made by Kenyon and Mitchell. One of the most successful film companies was the Captain Kettle Film Company, formed in 1912 by Henry Hibbert and C.J. Cutcliffe. The company made many films before the war, such as thrillers, horrors and westerns, with the woodland of Manningham Lane doubling as the Wild West. Since then, Bradford has provided many film locations, not just the city centre, but out to all the beautiful locations around the district itself. Here are a few of the highlights. 1959, Room at the Top, City Hall. 1963, Billy Liar, The Cenotaph and Undercliff Cemetery. Billy Liar is perhaps the most popular film associated with Bradford. (1969) Sherlock, Keighley and Worth Valley Railway. Keighley and Worth Valley Railway has and still remains in high demand for many films shot in the Bradford district. 1970, Railway Children, Oaksworth Station, Keighley and Worth Valley Railway. The Railway Children has had a number of remakes since the original, but this beloved children's film is known worldwide. 1979, Yanks, Keighley and Worth Valley Railway. 1972, Emmerdale, Esholt. (1983) The Dresser, The Alhambra. 1983, Monty Python, The Meaning of Life, Cartwright Hall. Cartwright Hall can be seen in early footage in the 1900s, as well as musical numbers in The Meaning of Life, and provided part of the set of Look Up and Laugh starring Gracie Fields. 1992, Wuthering Heights, Haworth Moors. 1997, Fairy Tale, Cottingley. 1998, LA Without a Map, Little Germany. 2003, Like Minds in Asylum, Hyroids Asylum, Menston. 2007, Wild Child, Haworth Main Street.
They came a couple of years ago, and they filmed for almost a week, I think. This is where they set up and changed the background for the girls trying to buy the alcohol. And in the building caddy corner to here, the souk, that's where they tried on all the clothes.
Haworth is thriving with movie history, from scenes from Wild Child, Morecambe and Wise and Victoria Woods.
2010, The King's Speech, Odsal Stadium. 2012, Syndicate, City Park. 2013, The Selfish Giant, Titus Salt School, Saltaire and Shipley.
Let's show Bollywood what Bradford can do.
Did you fall down to earth from a distant star?
Oh, Tanisha, what a poet you are. कि जैसे तुझको बनाया गया इस
Bradford's connections with film are long-standing, from the pioneers of cinematic technology to the classic film location. From the days when the city had over 40 cinemas to the era of the big screen and multi-platform exhibition. Film is celebrated in Bradford through film festivals and the collections at many heritage sites across Bradford, including the National Media Museum, the Telegraph and Argus, the Bradford Industrial Museum, Yorkshire Film Archives and the local Bradford libraries. The festivals in Bradford are internationally recognised and are a fantastic opportunity for new film creators to share their own work. Small-scale films shown at this festival can and have been produced into blockbuster films, such as The Selfish Giant. From the earliest moving images to the latest blockbusters. From fairies to football, from trains to mills, from cities to moors. Think film, think Bradford.